Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to make this super cute petite flower bracelet, and this was designed by u.megmeg on Instagram. I'll bring up her profile here in just a second. But first I wanted to show you the two kind of variations you can do of this design. So this one here on the right, I used a bead for the center. You can use like a pearl or a bead or whatever you like for the center. Just probably make sure that it's relatively small because you don't want it to be interfering with your looping. And then over here on the left I did a quadruple cap band or a 4-loop cap band in a jet black cylindric band, so you can use like a limited edition band or whatever if you don't have a bead or if your beads are too small to pull bands through, because you will want to have two bands through either your bead or your cap band. So I'm using a cap band today, and this is kind of just what it looks like. So hopefully you know how to make a cap band and pull two bands through. But here is u.megmeg, her profile here. Like I said, I'll have it in the description box below. I did a tutorial for just not long ago, which was on this flower bracelet and on the little earrings that go with it. So when she posted this one, I thought it was just so cute and I had to make one. So yeah, anyway, you can scroll through her account. She does a lot of awesome designs and renditions. You can check out all of her photos and all that fun stuff. So, like I said before, I'll have it in, or have her name in the description box below. What you're also going to want today, let me scoot this forward here, are going to be a hook. It doesn't matter what kind of hook you use. This one is my double-ended one, but you don't really need two ends at all. But yeah, you're also going to want a beaded two bands or cap band on two bands. Then this is just for the flower part, the center part. The fishtail is extra on the outside. But you're going to want 4 more neon pink bands, and then I'm going to start with 2 of my fishtail bands, which I'm not going to show the fishtail today, but 2 fishtail bands, which I'm using white for. And then you're going to want 8 black bands, which go around the outside. So the neon pink is this glitter purple in the center, and then the purple lagoon, the purple lily on the outside is what I'm using black for. So I just have to get all my bands up here. And then you're also going to want some stitch markers or C-clips or something like that. You only need 2, but yeah, I'm just going to have those out. So anyway, this kind of took like it was a long intro, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So first thing you're going to do is take this beaded band or cap banded 2 bands. Make sure that you do have 2 bands no matter what though. You're just going to stick your hook through both of those loops, and then you're going to take 2 of your neon pink bands, taking your first one, pulling it through those 2 loops and reattach. Then take your second one and do the same thing through those 2 loops. But before we reattach, we're going to go ahead and flip this bottom part up, stick your hook through, and then reattach the other end of that pink band. So it should look something like this, and I think I actually twisted this band, so I'm going to untwist that. There we go. Make sure that your bands don't get twisted. But this is what it should look like on the side and on the back. So once you have this, what you're going to go ahead and do is take one of your C-clips or stitch markers, or if you even want to use another hook, you can. I just find it kind of difficult to loom with another hook. And you're going to clip all 4 of those loops inside. And then you're going to take your hook, and you're going to stick this through just these 2 middle bands and on the front side. So make sure that your bead or your cap band in the middle is facing you, that it's not on this side here. So make sure you do this, and you're going to take your other 2 neon pink bands, taking your first one, pull it through and reattach, take your second one, pull it through, and before we reattach, we're going to do what we did before and flip this bottom part up. I'm going to grab these 2 loops that these 2 bands, I guess, that your bead or band is connected to, and then reattach. Make sure that you don't twist the band. This is what it should look like on the back. You can kind of pull this out to the outside if you like. And we're not going to add another C-clip here. What we're actually going to do is take 2 of your black bands here. You're going to pull this first band through these first 4 loops and reattach. Taking your second band through the first 2 loops, but before we close, you're going to kind of flip it around to the back here, and you already pulled your black band through this that I'm pointing at right here. So you're going to go up to this band and stick your hook through both ends of that, and then reattach. So now it should look something like this. And you're going to go ahead and take 2 more black bands, pull it through those 4 and reattach, and pull your black band through these 2. And you're actually not going to pick up any bands this time, you're just going to reattach. So once you have this, this is where you're going to take your other C-clip here, and you're just going to simply attach it to these 2 black bands just to hold it for a second. So once you have gotten that part done, it should look something like this. It might be a little bit messy at the start, but it will straighten out. So this is what it should look like. It's going to look kind of weird. Your bead or your band is going to be kind of lopsided, but again, it'll straighten itself out. So you're going to take your hook and you're going to pretty much reclaim all 4 loops in this cap band. So, whoops, I'm off camera. You're going to grab this loop, these 2 loops, and this one. So you should have 4 loops. And I'm going to go ahead and take off my C-clip here, which can be kind of difficult to do on camera, but so there we go. I took my C-clip off. And what we're going to go ahead and do is first note that this black part is coming around the back here. So we're not going to do anything with it yet, just make sure that this is the way your flower is facing, otherwise you might get a little bit confused. So make sure that this black band with your C-clip is back here behind your pink band, and then you have some rows up here that are just plain pink with no black bands attached. So we're going to do kind of what we did before. You're going to take another black band, pull it through the first 4 loops, and reattach. Then you're going to take your second black band, pull it through the first 2 loops, and before we reattach, we're going to pick up this, we're going to pick up this loop here. So we went through this band, which is your beaded band, and this band here. So we're going to go down 1 more to this one, stick your hook through both ends, and reattach. Make sure that you do not twist your band, like in a figure 8 shape. Just don't do that. And then you're going to take your black band, and you're going to pull pull it through the other 4 loops. Then you're going to take this black band here, pull it through those 2, and before we close, we're going to go ahead and pick up some of these bands. So it's not like what we did last time where we just clipped it, but I'll show you what to do with that clip in a second. So you're going to pick up this band that is attached to your black single chain. You're going to pick up these 2 loops here that are attached to your bead or your cap band, and then you're going to pick up that other side. And now this can be kind of difficult to do because it's getting stretched out, but you're just going to reattach the other end here. And this is where you're going to grab one of your fishtail bands. You're going to pull one of your fishtail bands through all 6 of these loops. You're going to reattach it, and you can take the C-clip that you previously took off and attach it to this end. You can also add the rest of your fishtail now on this side if you like. I'm not going to add the fishtail for the tutorial because hopefully you know how to make a fishtail either on the hook or on the loom or something. So that's pretty much what you're going to do to this side. And now we're going to focus on this other black band here that's kind of all out here with the C-clip. So what we're going to go ahead and do is stick your hook through this black band here, just those 2 loops. Then grab the C-clip off of your band. Now what you're going to do is take this first loop off and hold on to it, You're going to kind of rotate this around the back here. So see what I just did? I just kind of pushed it around the back. And you're going to do what we did with the other one here. So you're going to grab this band that the black band up here is attached to. You're going to grab those two bands that are attached to your bead and this outer band here and reattach that. Going to take your next fishtail band here, pull it through all 6 of those loops, so it should be 4 pink and 2 black. And then you can attach your C-clip here. And what I like to do before I add the fishtail is just adjust my my flower, because as you can see it looks kind of crushed here, so you're going to kind of pull on opposite corners here and just kind of spread it out. Pull on opposite corners, spread it out. You can also pull on the C-clips a little bit. You can push this through the center. You can untwist any bands that may have gotten twisted. Just kind of make sure that you can see the center here. And these black bands that go over top of your fishtail band, they are going to look kind of like a zippy chain stitch or that kind of thing, but don't worry, they won't slip off unless you pull them off of the cap band, and once you add your fishtail, they definitely won't come off unless you break them. So and then once you add your fishtail, you can adjust it afterwards and make it look more square, more circle, or however you would like to make it. But for now, that's going to be it for this tutorial, so thank you for watching, and make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have u.megmeg's name in the description box below, so make sure to check her out on Instagram and give her a follow for me. But that is all I'm going to have for this video, so I hope to see you next time.